To filter through fact and fiction, truth and lies, reason and madness, not to jump to conclusions, but derive them from a precise and systematic analysis. That is our job here at News World. Today is a response to the media, who have worked with credibility and respect until recent. Our research will be independent of corporate-sponsored news organizations who have become extensions of the corporate entity. Entities who have also unfortunately infiltrated elements of the government and military for the exploitation of people and natural resources by the oppression of native cultures through assimilation into an ultimately unsustainable societal hierarchy with environmentally detrimental results. We will not respond with anger or fear, for that is the tactic of our adversaries. But if logic and reason be your motive, join us here at News World for the rebranding of a city, a state, and a nation. The history of this land is long and painful, but has prospered in spirit and perseverance. And as an uncertain future rears its head in the direction of our country, News World will be there.
Yeah.
So, season 2, how's it going?
Really good.
Good. Good. Extremists kill 12 targeting journalists and cartoonists in France. And as a journalist, cartoonist, baptized Christian with a Jewish mother, I should probably check this hit list. Sons of bitches. Pens up for Charlie.
Okay, so they killed
This
journalists.
is the saddest day in news.
They killed journalists because the journalist did a satirical cartoon about them?
They killed the staff of a satirical news organization, which could have been us. And that's why Albany is Charlie.
Charlie Hesbud, right?
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line?
And just, sorry viewers, we usually have a lighthearted show, but there's too much fucked up shit going on. And we're kind of pissed.
It's like, that's like something's wrong, right? And you kill the people who are saying, hey, something's going on, instead of changing what's wrong. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. It's a problem.
It's crazy.
Okay, and you heard of Jeffrey Epstien?
No, who's that?
Okay, Jeffrey Epstien, not to be confused with Juan Epstien, the Mr. Gato. He lives on an island off of Puerto Rico, and he's a child molesting.
Whoa! Wait a minute! This fucking whoa! Let's get a hold of this fucking bull here. How did we leap from the Puerto Rico part, which is a beautiful, good thing, by the way?
Little St. James, he's got a sex slave island.
Where's our source? Where's our source?
Him. He says that he's going to release the information of people who have taken part in his sex slave ring.
How does this benefit him? Why would he do this? Is he a madman? Is he a lunatic?
William, Charles' son, William.
Whoa. How does this psychopath benefit from revealing his own insanity?
Well, he was... I don't know, but I wish he would do that so we can find out who...
He's threatening to release the information?
That's the word on the street.
Do you realize how crazy this is?
Also, the leader of the KKK, I don't know...
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
He's going to release people that have supported his organization.
How the fuck is this
in
guy?
Our government.
Is this guy still in government?
Who?
David Duke.
David Duke. Is that who he was talking about?
David Duke is the guy you're saying who's going to release information. That's the guy, David Duke.
David Duke is the leader of the KKK.
No. He is a politician
who spoke at
who
the
used to be
convention.
or said he was once affiliated with them and says, I'm going to release the information if they keep attacking members of Congress. Some crazy shit.
Please, Jeffrey Epstein and David Duke, do us a favor here at News World and give us that information, and we will expose the corruption.
Call the Albany Public Library and leave a voice message.
A voicemail.
Yeah. Okay, but these are two different things, but they're the same thing because you're talking about people who are threatening to release the truth. What kind of asshole, what kind of simpleton decides that they're going to threaten to release the truth, which is going to harm them, and why? There's got to be some underlying reason. Like, I want to hear about this Epstein guy. Let's hear about this Epstein lunatic.
Oh, Juan Epstein, child molesting financier.
The question is, where's he from and what's his deal? Because I don't even know about this guy.
I don't know.
He decided to buy a private island on Puerto Rico?
Because we're the only people reporting on it. Because the news organizations don't do anything that doesn't benefit their sponsors.
So you're saying this is
So guess what?
This is street
So
news.
2,000 people get killed in Africa by Boko Haram, and you hear 30 seconds on CNN who might be somewhat credible only because of Anderson Cooper. But, I mean, he needs to get on his game.
Here I was calling him a psychotic albino of the Vanderbilt strain. I take back and retract my statement, Anderson. Maybe it's platinum blonde.
Oh, yeah, and Chris Cuomo, stop cutting him off mid-sentence because he's been there longer than you.
Chris Cuomo. No comment. Look, you're saying there's a multi-millionaire, some kind of evil, villainous sex ring guy off the islands of Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
But I want to be clear on this. He's probably not a Puerto Rican person. He probably just bought.
I don't know. Juan
there.
Epstein was.
Juan Epstein is a character from Welcome Back, Kotter!
Indian Point, okay?
Yeah, we're really hopping around today. Go ahead.
Indian Point almost had 3 alarms, a 3-alarm problem, because it was cold.
That's
You know what Indian Point is?
It's right over here.
Indian Point, that's actually a pretty racist name for a nuclear facility on the Hudson. And it is one of the most dangerous, ill-equipped for catastrophe nuclear facilities in the United States. And they say that the earthquake risk is lower than estimated. At the same time, cold puts them into a 3-alarm situation.
Nuclear. Well, you see, this is where we got to. Yeah. Okay.
It's getting real, people. This is 2015. And we do have reports today. It's a little executive order 11110. Look that up.
The hell's that?
Federal Reserve was supposed to be backed by silver by a thing signed by Kennedy before he was killed. And that would have taken the Federal Reserve and dismantled it. And that was never taken out of commission, that order. So technically,
yeah, that's why they killed. That's why they killed him, because he was going to break the bank.
I believe Dick Cheney was the second shooter.
JFK was gonna. He was telling him, you have to answer to us. You can't be your own thing. And they killed him. And they said, we will be our own thing. And look at that. I know people who says you can get a better. You were able to get a better interest rate from the mob a better interest rate on a loan from the organized mob in this country than you get from a credit card. You got that? Is anybody listening? So what is a real gangster here? And I would have to answer that emphatically. Federal Reserve. That's the gangster if you ever seen one right there.
You said on your last show, right? On the last show, like 3 shows ago, anyway. You said money is a scam, bro.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually the biggest scam ever. You watch commercials for like, elect this politician, right? And they're like, because money and money and money, and we have no roads or hospitals or books or schools. Because of money, money, money. It's like, if you can't handle it, then get out of office. Maybe we need a new person that can actually get the job done.
See, I understand that. I understand the necessity of bridges. I understand the necessity of roads and all that, right? But when we really question the entire economic system and actually the matrix that we've been living under, this created reality, and you get back to basics, then you find that this is like a hamster wheel that people run in and never really break out of because it is designed to keep people in a state of subservience.
I was watching Batman, the third one, Dark Knight Rises, and the fact of the matter is Bane put Batman in that prison hole. And in the prison hole, you can see the sun and this giant
Yeah, I saw it. It's a great,
and you climb up,
great metaphor.
and you get to the end, and there's one leap that nobody can make, and that was designed like that so it would give you hope. Because
Did they make the leap though?
No, well, Batman did, and Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
What about Bane?
No, Bane didn't.
But it was Ra's al Ghul's daughter who did.
Right.
So 2 people made the leap.
2 people made the leap.
And that's the only way out of the hell, was to take the leap of faith.
Yeah. It's a self-constructed.
Whoa!
And that only, what?
You're saying take the leap of faith away from the scam of money and you will be free.
I like that.
Sorry, I interrupted your whole thing.
No, I mean,
Well, that's what I felt and heard from that.
I'm having a bad day. I'm depressed.
Holy Jesus Christ.
I'm depressed.
All right, we're listening. What happened?
No, I mean, just in general.
What would happen?
Everything's all fucked up, man.
Okay, well, now hold on. You know my philosophy on this. Nobody's going to break my stride. Nobody's going to slow me down. Oh, no. I got to keep on moving.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 boom, boom, boom. Beep, you know.
So, let's get to the reports. We have a report on the half moon.
Have a main.
Kathy Sheehan and Jack McEnany and a few others I got on
They want to keep
talking
it, right?
about it.
They want to keep the boat.
They want to, but I mean,
God bless that little red-headed lady. She's doing her job.
She's doing her job. I knew that this thing was already gone when they. I mean, that's the word on the street. It's going. It's gone. It was gone when they did the speech, but it's good that the.
This is the Dutch that are
some
buying
people
it back?
care. The what?
The Dutch are buying it?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about? You're gonna get rid of they're gonna get rid of the half man and keep the fucking piece of metal shit Slater? Really? That's the trade-off? I mean, right? Right?
Yeah.
Tell these people.
Yeah. I remember I couldn't have been 7, 8 years old, right? I saw that thing being built in the dock area where they were building it.
The Have-A-Main?
The Have-A-Main. It's actually, I believe, where the U.S. Slater was, if I remember correctly, in that lot area. Big influence on my childhood. I grew up and, went on it, learned about stuff.
It bothers me that people have no respect for cultural, symbolic things, icons.
I painted a 20-foot half moon on the bridge abutment in Rensselaer. And if you're where the U.S. Slater is, you can look across and you can see it.
When did that happen?
That happened like 2 years ago. I need to touch it up.
Oh, nice.
But we will still have a half moon on the waterfront to some extent.
You see, this thing is fascinating. I think we've addressed this on numerous occasions here on the show at News World, is that people think this system really works for them, but it doesn't work for anyone. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, humans have a unique ability of bastardizing anything. So the half moon, roll it.
Made history here in New York. This is where it is historically significant, and this should be its home. And we are here standing together to make clear and make public that we stand ready to find a way to keep the half moon, not just here in the city of Albany, but as I said, here in the Empire State. This ship is historically significant, not just in Albany, but in Manhattan, in Poughkeepsie, in Hudson. It helped to create what we are today. And it also serves not only an important historical role, but an important educational role. We in New York are using the half moon as a way to not only celebrate our history, but to educate our young people and transform lives. And we know that there's been much said about moving the half moon and the decision of the individual who owns the half moon to move it to the Netherlands. But I am joined by my fellow colleagues here today because we want to make clear that we would like the same opportunity that was presented to Juan. We would like for the owner of the half moon to come to us with a solid proposal for how we can keep the half moon in the state, in the place where it truly made history. So I'm going to start by asking Assemblymember Pat Fahey to come forward and talk about why she believes that this is so important, particularly from her perspective as somebody who is passionate about education and who is representing us in state government. Pat?
Thank you, Mayor, and thanks to everybody who is here today. It's a privilege to stand here because I want to be as supportive as I can, and not just as the assemblywoman for this area who wants to work in partnership with you to do what we can to make sure the state recognizes what a jewel we have right here and how we want to keep it right here, the half moon, and in its home, its rightful home. But I couldn't agree more that it is a state jewel as well. So whatever the state can do, I am happy to go to bat with Assemblyman McDonald and all of my colleagues here in the Capital Region because it is such a jewel. But I also wear the hat of the former school board member and the hat of a mom and the hat of a city resident. This was a prized moment for any student while they were coming through the Albany schools to get a chance to visit the half moon, or more importantly, to spend that week on the half moon. It was, and it was, I think, the memory of a lifetime for any middle school child that had that experience. So it's just tragic to think that we might lose that opportunity, and we want to do everything we can to maintain it, because we can't talk about the governors. Thank you. I've been very praising of the governor and his initiatives on marketing the pathways through history, and the regional economic development councils have done a lot to fund those. This is living history, and this is where so many of those paths began. So again, here in partnership with each of you to keep this. Thank you.
And The final speaker is a person who, when he speaks about Albany and its history, makes us feel as though we are truly living on hollow ground. His love for this city, for this region, his deep understanding and his ability to place things in context, and that context being so important to us having a sense of pride and pride of place about who we are and where we are, is something that I admire, that I look to for leadership and for guidance. Our former Assembly Member, Jack McAfee.
Thank you, Mayor, and a special thank you for our other mayors in the Tri-Cities, because by your presence here, your physical presence here, you confirm that this is something we're doing not just for the region, but for the entire Hudson and Mohawk Valley, and for the state of New York, and for those who follow us. I think most everybody here has a pretty good idea what the Half Moon is all about. It is something that has inspired generations of peoples. When you leave here today and you look down State Street on top of the University Plaza, former D&H Railroad headquarters, there's the Half Moon in the form of a weather vane so big that you can sit in it as it twirls around. That was done nearly a century ago. And when you go over to the family court, over on Clinton Avenue, once again, what's on top? It's the Half Moon. As we go through our communities up and down the river, the name Half Moon, the name Hudson, it's on our streets, it's on our parks. It's something which inspired the people to the Half Moon, other than to remind us. And it was mentioned earlier, I think by Pat Fahey, and also by Mayor McCarthy, the educational value. As a sometime teacher, we know if you read something that's good, if it's read to you, that's good too, but your retention may not be the best. Human beings learn with their senses. They learn with their vision, with their sense of touch, with their sense of smell. The people that first went on that ship 25 years ago are now middle schoolers that have grown up and are approaching 40 years of age. They have children of their own. And there are others that have been there as recently as last summer. And someday they too, God willing, will have children of their own. How do you replace the lapping of the waves, the call of the gulls, the creaking of the masts and the ropes? How do you create in just simple writing and in picture books the planks, the uniqueness? When we say it was a small ship, what does that mean? To some it's a large one. Go on it and find out. These memories are priceless. And it is this river which has hosted that magnificent educational tool that reminds us of our roots up and down the river and throughout the state and the nation. And please, Dr. Hendricks, we say, give us a shot at this too. We'd like to keep it here, and that's all of us, up and down the Hudson and Mohawk Valleys especially. Thank you.
Thank you. I think the theme has been spoken. We want it. Dr. Hendricks, we want a chance. We want the opportunity. This is where the Half Moon belongs. This is where it will be celebrated and loved for generations and generations.
The Half Moon's going?
It's gone.
Since when?
Since months ago.
It's physically gone?
I don't know if it's physically gone.
Should we burn it instead of letting it go?
I was hoping that there would be some sort of
Let's just
burning.
burn it. We can burn it. I mean, if you're going to get rid of it, just burn it. I'd rather it fucking burn than be given to the Dutch. I mean, haven't you already got enough from us? You got all the beaver skins. You got all the, bear claws that a man could want. You got black women wearing Dutch clothing. The hell's that about? Has anybody ever seen this idiotic festival? Black women wearing clogs? That's defies reason. Sojourner Truth. Now that's a real black Dutch woman.
Is it?
Yeah, she was a freedom fighter.
Is she
No, well, what happened was she spoke Dutch and she had a Dutch accent.
She spoke Dutch. Okay.
Yeah. But that's, you see what I'm saying? Like, people shouldn't be sweeping in Dutch clothing. Take all those fucking tulips. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's just take all the tulips and when they're fully bloomed, lop their fucking heads off. Take all the tulips, right? Put them inside of the Dutch half main. Burn the fucking thing when they come to take it away.
So,
Yay!
tulips. We're going to bring it back around to capitalism. Tulips were a form of currency, the bulbs.
Of course.
And then one day, they just lost all their value. And everybody with these bulbs had a bunch of useless plants. And that's where we get the Tulip Fest from. Joe?
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I reject original sin. I reject assimilation. I reject the fucking bulbs. Okay? They can have the bulbs. We're keeping the boat. Do you know how much we had to fucking fight just to have a semblance of normalcy? A little bit of culture here? And you want to take the fucking boat away from us?
Oh yeah, and it's a wooden boat. It's a relatively small wooden boat, and an entire city can't keep one small wooden boat in its dock.
They took the aqueduct away because they knew what we were going to do.
And the aqueduct. Now it says and Boston has an aircraft carrier just sitting there, laughing at us. Oh, cool. And we have fracking was
Officially.
It's officially not happening.
Good.
In New York because of a few people that were very dedicated to the future of the ecology of this great state of New York. And Natalie Merchant gave Newsworld a quote.
That's right, Natalie.
Natalie, thank you.
Thank you, Natalie. And we've been hypnotized and memorized by what our eyes have seen with artists who stand up for what is right. And Cuomo, Jr., you finally did something good. You finally did something right.
Not that he wanted to.
Not that he had to, right? Yeah. He had to do what's right. Sometimes you gotta do what's right even when you don't want to. What a concept.
Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do what you want to do.
That we saw yesterday, and the infusion of science into that decision-making process, we never would have gotten here without a vast movement of tens of thousands of New Yorkers. That's right. Activists or those in the movement, we are scientists, we are doctors, we are teachers, we are business people, we are students, we are children, grandmothers, grandfathers, mothers, fathers. And I want to say now, we're coming
I did not know what was going to happen. None of us in that community knew what was going to happen. We didn't even know what fracking was. That's one of the things that changed my life and changed thousands of people's lives in the state of New York, was that activity. And shame on the industry for pushing with half-truths, misinformation, faulty documents, and plain lies. One of the first conversations I had with somebody out west, is I called out west and said, what does this mean if they're coming to New York to frack? And one of the persons from the Outer Basin Commission in Wyoming said, well, first off, if the people from industry's lips are moving, they're lying. That sentence resonated with the New Yorkers because they found out the information. They learned, they went to the forums, they stayed up all night Googling things. They talked to neighbors, they talked to people across the state, they talked to people in Pennsylvania who were dealing with the issue, people in Texas, Wyoming, Colorado, Ohio, the 34 states that it's happening in and impacting people's lives. Yesterday we saw leadership in rare form, in the governor giving the decision over to his experts to look at the science. And we saw courage in Joe Martens and courage in Howard Zucker to say, no, this should not happen. It's dangerous. It's unsafe. I don't want my kids to live with that. I just gotta say, I used to come in here. I've come here a lot over the last 6 years. There's usually a lot of people in here and a lot of noise, and I'm usually screaming really loud to get over the noise so that the mics can hear it. And we're always yelling, man, fracking now, stop fracking, whatever. I just want to do it here in this Capitol. I want to scream as loud as I can one more time. But I'm not going to say ban fracking now. I'm saying, thank you, New York! We ban fracking!
I'd like to thank and bring up Natalie Merchant. Throughout this struggle, I have over and over heard the governor say, we're not going to make this decision based upon strong facts. And I'm so happy that the facts are finally able to come to light and the decision will be on us. But I have to tell you, that I deal in emotion. It's my stock in trade. And this has been one of the most emotional struggles of my life. As a mother, as a lifelong citizen of the state, when I heard, I read Tom Wilber's book, Under the Surface, about the progression of events in New York urban fracking. When I finished reading that book, I was devastated and felt that I had to do something. When we made the film Dear Governor, and we appealed to his sense of justice and humanity and compassion and reason, we never really imagined that he would hear, that he would respond the way he did. And it was mentioned that 4.5 years ago, Pete Seeger came to this very building here in the Capitol in Albany, the state capitol, sounding the alarm. The gas industry had their sights set on New York, and Pete wasn't going to allow that. This is where I don't make it through. Thanks, Pete. Thanks very much. So music has played an important part. And Sandra was just telling me yesterday at Seneca Lake when they were being hauled away by the police protesting a gas storage facility there. They were singing and they were playing music, and she was salvaging instruments as people were being taken away by the police. Music is a galvanizing force. And just to celebrate this, can we just sing a little bit of This Land Is Your Land, because I want to honor you. All right, I'll try to find a good key. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York.
Frank Sullivan.
Yes, yeah, Molly's the father. Yes, absolutely. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. How's Peter doing?
Good, he's great. I was just laying bricks for him.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Good.
Is he still living on Colvin?
No, he's actually on Madison.
Ah, that's why I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Good.
Yeah, how you doing? How's your
Good.
Molly had a baby?
Molly had a baby.
Yeah, how's the baby?
The baby is Teddy. He's
I gotta see this. Adorable.
Yeah.
Wow, tell her that I'm so happy for
yeah,
her.
they're coming over next week.
Cool.
They live in Minneapolis.
Do you have a quote for News World about fracking?
Oh yeah, fracking.
Yeah.
Getting fracking is just the beginning. We have to transition all the way. Go with the 2030 plan that came out of Stanford.
Awesome.
Get it done.
Get it done. Hey, thank you so
Good to
much.
see you.
Absolutely. Any quotes about fracking?
I just want to say thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I have family members up in the Rochester and Niagara Falls, Buffalo area that are farmers, and they would say thank you so much as well. I'm from Down County. We were just, I'm just so elated. Now we're gonna work on alternate energies like solar, wind, all sorts, and that can employ so many people. I think we just gotta work together, and I'm just so excited. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I
And
can give you a hug.
oh yeah, absolutely. And say your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Pony Sheehan from Westchester County, New York.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
May I have a quote for News World?
Just a quote.
Yeah, whatever you'd like to say. We film it, and we show whatever you got to say.
Just that this is an historic day for New York and for this movement, and I'd like to thank the governor for his courageous decision. I'd like to thank Commissioner Martens for protecting our resources, our critical resources, and Commissioner Zucker for protecting us from this hazardous, dangerous, dirty extraction process.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And on to the casinos.
I think we've gone past the half-hour mark.
Yeah.
Alex.
You got places to be. You need to
Joe, have we gone past what?
21 minutes.
We got 4 minutes left.
Oh yeah, and casino. You were the reporter on that.
One of the most boring news conferences I've ever been to. The discussion on whether or not a casino was going to be built in the Mohawk, Hudson, Athena, East Greenbush area, right?
Yeah.
And the answer was?
Not in Albany.
Not in
other
our backyard.
places.
Not in our backyard. Because what a casino! What did we talk about casinos? You know, we're not. You know, we don't crochet. We don't. Play backgammon. But what do casinos usually bring with them, Alex? Let's be honest about that.
Well, we go over that in the clip.
Oh, okay.
And you killed it. So
You want to roll the clip?
roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Joe?
When are you going to start doing what's right? When are you going to start doing what's right? What is that, a coffee fucking maker? You're guilty. Edgar Allan Poe's house is historically preserved because he was the only one who was noteworthy, that ever visited the Bronx. Woo! You go to the graveyards, they got Miles Davis over there, they got Bud Powell and a whole bunch of them, Wait a minute, didn't this used to be somebody's neighborhood that got fucking destroyed? Oh yeah, where's Nelson Rockefeller? I'm gonna punch him in his fucking face. All these people, because I see these people don't want. Vegas, right? Did you notice that there was a lot of violence and prostitution and drugs going on?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. You know what brought it there? Casino. That's just my esteemed opinion and observation. Stop filming me. There's other people here. What if they say you're not a legitimate news source?
Press coming through.
You said you start pressing up stuff.
Did you get? I got him.
You gotta film everybody. Yeah. There's gonna have to be accountability one day. This is Oddy Gato live at the Empire State Plaza on behalf of Newsworld. And it seems that the East Greenbush residents do not want this casino by the display here. What did you see in that city besides casino? What does casino bring to a community?
I lived in a place that can be only described as the culmination of all the worst things that capitalism has to offer.
Yeah. Prostitution, drugs, violence, robbery, vice, right?
Yeah.
That's what the fucking casinos brings. That's what a casino brings.
Is it casinos or is it humans?
All the fucking casinos. You said it yourself. This whole thing is, its ideology is bankrupt. Okay? This thing's done. They're just clinging to a fucking last leg, a last piece of straw. Go ahead and build a fucking casino and watch what happens.
Resorts World, Hudson Valley, and Montgomery, Orange County. Sterling Forest Resort in Tuxedo, Orange County. Capitol View Casino and Resort in East Greenbush, Rensselaer County. Hard Rock rents of applicant presentations in this room and ask numerous questions of the applicants and their consultants. Board members visited proposed sites.
So what did we learn?
No casino. No casino. You want to see it right here? I'll write it on the back of this fucking thing right here. Said no casino, no casino, no casino, no casino. We don't want your fucking casino. No casino. It's only your day, right? Yeah, okay. I can't wait to bring Vince Vaughn around these people. You ruined my day. Everything was going so good. You ruined my day. It was my special day. Mine. And you came around with your war cries and your war club and your fucking war party and ruined my Thanksgiving. It was my Christmas, it was my Hanukkah, and you ruined it. My special day. Really? You got a green light, buddy. No casino! Woo! 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 Yeah, they went native. They've gone native. Off the fucking, totally off the rocker. Guys like Val Kilmer, Thunderheart, fucking God me. This was my special day, you know? It was my birthday, it was my holiday, my day to celebrate, and you came around and fucking just took a big, giant monster doodle on it. Cock-a-doodle shit. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry, weren't you the one who got drunk and like pissed in the lobby thinking it was a fucking urinal stall? Because you were that drunk. Remember that, Mom? In-law? In-laws? Only thing good about Thanksgiving now is the farty peas. Those fucking peas that make you fart.
Joe?
All right. So what'd you think of that?
Well done.
We're gonna actually, never mind, I'll tell you later. Jews for Black Lives. I met Masai. Cool dude.
Didn't know he was Jewish.
Did not know that.
Didn't even know he was black.
And so we're gonna roll that and, check it out.
Roll it!
Like saying hello to the camera. I forgot there was a person behind him.
Hell yeah. Tell him what's going on here because he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. My name's Masai. I was just at this protest. It was a Black Lives Matter organizational event put on by the Jewish Voices Society. I forget the exact name, but they put it together pretty last minute. About 50 or 60 people came out. We stood on the corner and we kind of just gave our message and showed solidarity and support for all the against the incidences of police brutality and the injustices that have been happening nationwide. So that's what we were just doing, and we did that for about an hour and a half, and then it started raining. So we're packing it up until next time.
Okay. So, you're going to coffee shop? Would you have a word to say for our News World documentary?
I usually say
Sure. About what's going on? This is public access. Come on.
Hi. How are you?
Anything you want.
Anything I want?
Say who you are.
So I'm really glad. I'm Mark Mishler with Albany chapter of Jewish Voice for Peace, which initiated this vigil here tonight. And I'm really proud that so many people showed up and that we were able to stand and say that Black Lives Matter, and that's important to all of us. Important for those of us who are Jews. It's important to us as Jews to say Black Lives Matter. It's important for the whole community to stand together. So I think this was a beautiful event. It's part of the ongoing movement, and this movement is going to just keep growing and growing.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great job, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always good to see you. That's
And Alex.
Alex, hi.
Good to meet you, definitely.
All right. And we're back.
You know, we're not getting enough sun, man. I think we're getting really, really pale this year.
I
Gotta get some sun.
I don't tan, I just burn.
Well, the burn is the first, protective layer. And then after that, we all start tanning. What do you think you're gonna do? Like avoid the beach the rest of your life? Who lives like that?
I wear a hat.
Not at my beach. We're gonna go to the beach. You know what? We'll go to the beach and go to the beach where this psychopath is or was off the island of Boricua.
Juan Epstien.
Jeffrey Epstein, goddammit.
Oh yeah. And that was what was it? Little St. James.
That's the island?
That's the island. It's a big.
It's probably like
island.
another fucking. It's not Puerto Rico.
With a rape palace for rich white people.
I don't know if rape palace.
It's basically a rape
A
palace.
rape fucking castle.
He had a secretary recruiting underage women.
This is fucked up.
Yeah, and these are the financiers that are gonna fucking save the country.
You know what?
Fuck you.
You know what? We're going to get this motherfucker right now. Let's
right
go.
now. And yeah, that's it.
Did you guys hear about this shit? A billionaire or a millionaire?
I heard that. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Alex?